Okay, so this is the deal. Now you have the RTL dongle and you have its automatic gain control, which works pretty well. Unfortunately, it's not set, or it seems not to be set when you start the program. So I'll start up GQRX, and you can turn it on, and you get the LNA gain setting that you set last time, which is fine. Unfortunately, if you have a high antenna that doesn't have a filter on it, you'll get quite a bit of distortion from the front end LNA amplifier. So you'll want to set it down to, whatever setting that you find appropriate. Maybe you'd say, well, this is great right here. You're getting quite a few different signals. Yeah, I think this is the best place to set it. But then if you turn on the AGC, you'll find that indeed the algorithm in the chip seems to set the gain better, and you'll find that you have much more signals, much better resolution than you would if you had just turned it off and used the 21 dB that you thought was great the last time. Now this isn't a problem here with these ISM transmitters. I mean, one could care less about the different low power signals. It's just a mishmash. But if you had a weak signal that you wanted to look at, let's say you were listening in a single sideband, this might be a pretty big problem. You would say, well, this is 21 dB, and that's the best you could do, and there's quite a few, but can hear pretty well. But if you turn on the LNA gain and you let the algorithm set the tuning gain accordingly, you can pick up many more signals than you would have been able to, or you can resolve the signal better. So that's just what I'm saying here, is that this is not the same as this for one reason or another, and it's probably because the algorithm for this slider turns on the front end amplifier, which goes into distortion if it's too high. As you can see here, if you turn it up higher, all you'll get is noise. There's no signal at all. No matter what you do, if you slide this here or here, you're not going to get the same amount of signals as you would have had you just clicked the box. So there needs to be a breakout here for the different settings. You should be able to control the front end gain. You should be able to control, the tuner gain and the different stages there, so that this doesn't happen. And also, there's a big problem here, is if you leave this off and say, hey, well, I just want to set it to automatic. I just want to set the gain control automatically. And you turn it off, and then you turn it on again. You'll find that it's not set automatically. It's the same as it was at the slider when you adjusted the slider. This is definitely not on. The amplifiers are in distortion. All you're seeing is noise, intermod products. So if you turn it off and then you turn it back on again, it works correctly, but this is not possible during an incantation with RTL power, with RTL 433. These are programs which need to have it set automatically the first time, and I suspect that it's not being set right. It's just going to the gain slider. This is something that should be looked into further. So I hope this clarification helps for those of you who don't think that it is a problem, or maybe that it's only a problem if you have an antenna that's oversized. Maybe you should be using a filter, maybe you're doing it wrongly. Well, obviously not. If you just click this box, everything works fine, but if you don't, well, all you'll just get is intermod, because the front end gain on the amplifier is too much, and it just goes right into distortion. So that's where I'm coming from here. And sometimes there's a brief period where there's not as much input power to it, and it works okay, but obviously this is not satisfactory. And again, if you turn it on and you turn the program off and you start it again, it's not the same. It's not going to be set correctly. So this is probably happening on the command line as well. I hope you understand, and I hope you have a good day. This here is AF5WV.